All right, hello and welcome to chapter 241 of our streaming adventure. What we have for you today is another spin of the wheel, this time around playing Krark Clan Ironworks in Vintage. Sorry, it took me a minute there to make sure I could get all of the cards rented so that we could play today. Shout out to Mana Traders for sponsoring the stream, and if you use code JPinter_SE0 when you try Mana Traders, it will help support the stream as well as allow you to play a variety of different decks like I'm doing today. That's what the card rental services have really helped me do. Play a different deck this week, next week, whatever. So what we're doing here, I found a list of Justin's. He played about a month ago, and I am actually level 1 out there. If you're not following him and you're watching this, you should maybe remedy that, because he puts out a lot of great vintage content. Go support him over there. But yeah, the idea is you're going to be like a quick combo deck that is focusing on the inherent power of Krark Clan Ironworks to power out large things in combination with Scrap Trawler. What Scrap Trawler does, when another artifact hits the graveyard, you're able to bring things back. And in combination with how Krark Clan Ironworks works, you're paying costs when you use it, and so things that you sacrifice, you can kind of create a loop like, okay, I tap a Mox and sack it, now I have 2 colorless, and I'll play a Chromatic Star and sacrifice that. When I sacrifice that, the Mox comes back. Play the Mox, play it again, sacrifice. Okay, cast something for 2. Sacrifice that, triggers, brings back the 1, play the 1, track that, brings back the 0, play the 0, play it again. And so you're able to generate like large amounts of colorless mana, and being able to put that into Spine the Vishsa, once you sacrifice that, it'll jump back up to your hand, and you can kind of just shotgun down all of your opponent's permanents, I should say. That's pretty good, as well as having protection from Trinisphere, big God Pharaoh statue. Also, lots of colorless mana can be input to Karn the Great Creator, where we have usual suspects, Mycosynth Lattice, to end the game that way. So, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I hope I don't bumble things too much, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. So let's go jump into Vintage League. Put the list back up there. One thing I did mess with, just due to the prevalence of oof, I wanted a little bit more, let's say, protection. So I'm playing up a few more dismembers than Justin was, because he was using the companion. And my thought was was it Gigantha, I think? I'm not necessarily going to need to put Gigantha into my hand, plus the fact that unlike we've talked about Kahira in another deck, that card in hand to use as a pitch spell is not the same story with Gigantha here. So, such as it is, let's play round 1. On the die roll. Alright, so this is a turn 1 nothing. Mox Opal doesn't even help me. Okay. Mox. Top. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll keep the Thought Monitor. We'll put back a Chromatic Star. Do they keep They kept a 7-card hand. Okay. So start with the Mox. All right. Play star. No. Play top. And we'll use the last one to spin. Setting up our next turn. One, two, put back, key, monitor, opal. Okay. Pass turn. Mox would give, of course, pitching a Noxious Revival, so it sounds like Dredge. They didn't go after top. All right, so this will draw us the Mox. Thank you, Vandwedge. And Urshni, hype. Wow, this is just, it's going great. Ha! Well, Chalice on 0. This is delightful. Yeah, how could you even tell they were a Dredge deck? Had the turn, nothing, Force of Vigor, Wastelands main. Oh, sorry, not Dredge. 8 Walla, or appropriate, we should say. Take 5. What do you... This isn't... I know it's not officially Dredge. Are we calling it 8 Walla? I'm trying to think, what would it be archetype-wise? Because it's not... They're likely not having a Hogak with their... that's why the Wasteland. What was the green card they pitched? Noxious Revival. Noxious Revival is a bizarre plan. All right, cool. I don't know. Show me more cards. Squee. Squee. I guess they're not Squee Vine. We haven't seen Dredge Vine. We haven't seen Venge Vine. See, this is, when I was playing the other deck, Zeusbond, I wanted to play against the Dredge decks and things like that, and no, we played 5 blue decks last week. This time around, okay, they have Venge Vine. Maybe it's just Hollow Vine. Maybe Hollow Vine's the right way to put it. A new Wasteland, just in case. Cool. All right, so into the sideboarding. Does that mean I want more lands if they have Wastelands? No, because we have Ancient Tombs, Mishra's Workshops, stuff like that. Not necessarily waiting to have the hate. Like, whenever I see Karn, you know, you kind of have that Karn sideboard package and stuff like that, but that's usually in Legacy, where you have multiple copies of Karn. Multiple copies of Karn allow us to, deploy. Think of it as like, an extra copy. When we only have a single Karn here, that is a lot less impressive. We likely also want Sphinx. Can't imagine they can easily remove Sphinx because of their removal being red and green. I feel like some of the key pieces are still needed, like Spine of Ishtar to do the bigger combo chain, if that makes sense. But what I'm wondering would be things like a God Pharaoh statue. I guess they're casting the cards, so countering them does help. Do I trim from, like, as important as Saga would be? Saga also acts as multiple copies of that. I'm just saying, like, expedition map wise. Karn itself as a way to go get Ensnaring Bridge, I think, is still feasible. Alright. Yes, I'd like to play first. We did also mulligan. That didn't necessarily help us. So if we start here, we could deploy... And once again, they keep 7. That's powerful. I mean, I kind of wanted to go 1, 2, 3, deploy Scrap Trawler. Force, pitching force. All right. So I did dissuade them. Activate Bazaar. Let's see what they have. Vengevine, Serum Powder, Master of Death. They're just going to play all hollow ones anyway, and it never mattered. Maybe not. Okay, draw from that. A new Scrap Trawler. Play a new trawler. And hopefully not just be dead. Well, okay. I wasn't thinking. This keeps the Vengevine from hopping out at a minimum, but yield from my side. I just need to find... If I can get to untap, or I should say, if I can get to draw step, and Urza's Saga become... Of course not. Just kidding. Just kidding. Chalice on 0. Yep. It's less than, right? Lesser. It has to be lesser. Okay. My scrap trawlers don't match. That's awesome. Opponent finding the Singleton Chalice again, also frustrating. Not having Ancient Tomb as our land, not having any kind of sack outlet has not been great. Yeah, I think I just have to block with one of them to let it go. Having Ancient Tomb be my acceleration source is definitely hurtful. Okay. Root Walla. See, now the thing is, like, what can I even find? Well, I'm going to use one of them to block. Pithy Needle. What good does that do me now? Yeah, I mean, I'm turned off of my mana sources just from how they're going to attack, so... That one was rough. A quick kicking in of the teeth by a Bazaar deck. It's a little unfortunate. Last week, we went looking to prey on the dredge decks and found 0 of them, only playing blue decks all day long, and I can't help feeling it's gonna be the other way around, and we will be feasting on Force of Vigor and Oofies and Null Rod, Singleton Chalice Straws, all of... But, too bad, we're here to have fun. Well, okay, no, maybe that doesn't work, because too bad I'm here to have fun, and yet just continually get smashed. That doesn't feel fun. What could we say instead? We're not here for a long time, we're here for a good time. Or at least we will try to be. That's the best I got, I'm sorry. I guess one thing we can do, because I did notice last time around, our wait times were a little bit longer than they had used to be. And I don't know if that's a case of just where Vintage has been lately or what exactly, but I do think I might have time to do some stuff that I used to, and in particular, the crossword puzzle. We haven't done a crossword puzzle in like 40 years. We haven't even gotten the chance to cast a Krark Clan, let alone get it to resolve, let alone get to do shenanigans. But yeah, maybe we can, depending on how it goes, we'll move the clock up here. We'll move the crossword up. Let's see if we can bide some time. All right. So first things first, I need to turn off sound effects and the mistakes. A pair part. Seed. Tisk. Pine nut goes in pesto, but only if you spell it correctly. The usual. Pickle piece. A pear part with the seed, maybe. Merit. Earn. The drag queen in kinky boots. That I don't know. Mary Poppins is a nanny. Near Batman's sidekick. And putting on a front. So I think it's going to be round robin with an A at the front for a round robin. Because the mode of escape in The Great Escape was through a tunnel. Took off, left, ran. So this is not seed because this is tiara. This could be stem, making this. You ran. Enron. Okay. What do the pros say? I don't know. If you're like, you either can say I or nay. Maybe that's what they're going for there. Made a cozy little home. Settled. Doesn't fit. Stockpile some yogurt starter. So amass culture. 1 o'clock jump. People with an annual sun dance. Do you see this? 26 down. Days. Could be. This one says days. I think you're supposed to say pay 1. It won't let me pay 1. I'm trying to add a 1. It won't let me do it. Occupied. If this is in use, that makes the yep a yes. Fair enough. People with a sun dance. I have to pause this. How do I pause this? Well, there's no clock, so I don't need to pause it. But we'll come back to that. How about round 2? All right, on the draw. Yeah, we could do something with this. Our opponent was last seen playing Squee Hollowbind. Terrific. Ooh, that's different. I'll allow it. They went down to 6 cards. Their scry was top, however. Okay, Scrap Trawler is pretty good, but I think I can get all of this into play. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to play an Ichor Wellspring. Okay, so 1, 2. I could theoretically just go for, yeah. Oh, they had a force. Force, pitch, force. All right. Well, we'll have to settle for maybe dying. What do you got? I mean, we had to try to play. I mean, we're here to play Krark Clan. We might as well try to play it. Aaron, you can go blame Urshni for that. Oh, cool. We'll just die to Bolus's Citadel. Night's Whisper. A new preordain. Like we have to be dead. Oh, pretty good. Hope you are doing well as well. JP's wife is still chipping away at Murder, She Wrote. It's fun. Like, I come in and, like, I'll see a character. And I'm like, somebody was on that show from, like, 3 weeks ago, and it's a Star Wars character. Or not Star Wars, sorry. Star Trek. Like, Janeway keeps showing up. I saw, like, Tom Paris. Chakotay was on there, and has been, like, Chakotay has been on there and has been, like, 3 different people. Like, he was a priest. He was, like, a detective in Mexico. It's, like, it's absurd. Like, you're supposed to forget you've already seen this person, you know? I did Couch to 5K. My dad has had a couple different run-ins with cancer still, and it's multiple myeloma. We actually did a Couch to 5K for the Chicago area. It probably wouldn't hurt me to get back on that plan. When I did it last, I have a lot of issues with my knees. Falling off, a 20-foot conveyor belt probably didn't help my knees at all. But no, I definitely support you. Good job. Oh, we didn't die. Hold on. It's our turn again. Like, aren't they just going to... Well, the thing is, like, do they just have Counterspell on top? What did they Merchant Scroll? Brainstorm? So my thoughts here are play out a Scrap Trawler and then tinker away this Wellspring and see what happens. Then again, like, I feel like there's a Counterspell over there, but I don't know, maybe we can start with this. Get them to counter this. Maybe they will. Alternatively, I could have sacked the star. It's worth a shot. You're playing Days? Oh, no. Days was on top of the library. Why would you... Yep. They won't let me... I can't cast Krark Clan. I can't tutor for Krark Clan. Is there any way... No, because Tinker, I would not have been able to pay with Workshop mana. Theoretically, I could have cast Chromatic Star. Let's look at it. If instead I play Chromatic Star there and sacrifice it, instead of playing the Scrap Trawler, I'm wondering, is there a way maybe we could have dug to more mana? Well, the card we would have drawn from sacking the star would have been Manifold Key. So, no, I'm not to any more mana yet. Okay, Narset makes my Thought Monitor Chromatic Star plan much worse. Then again, they're at 5 life, so who knows? I kind of feel like they blew that Brainstorm earlier than they needed to, but we'll see, I guess. Well, I'm glad to hear those things for you, Aaron. Mana Gorger Hydra. Nice. Bug Tinker. Hydra. Yawgmoth's Will. Cool. We are super dead. Is there a Time Walk in there? There's an Ancestral in there. They've got to find a Time Walk, right? I mean, Merchant Scroll. Merchant Scroll for... No, they can't really use Force. I think you just say you ponder or preordain prior to Ancestral. What lets you see more? If you play Ancestral first, maybe you'll hit... You have Demonic Tutor. What are we even doing here? Come on. Like play like a Mana Crypt or something. That's fair. Like, I was theoretical on, okay, so if Chromatic Star drew into the key, yeah, I still would have had to, well, then I wouldn't have the mana for Tinker anymore, because to crack the star, hold on. What if instead we still have the Wellspring in play? We play Chromatic Star, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. 2 colorless floating. Thought Monitor is reduced to a single blue. We pay the single blue for that. We would draw a Manifold Key and 1 other. That gets us at least 1 card deeper with still having mana available. It might have made more sense to try to go for Thought Monitor there and go deeper. I was expecting a counter spell. I wasn't expecting Daze, and so yeah. I still am not quite... I don't understand why we're not dead yet. I think they're working their way to Time Walk. Have they cast Time Walk yet? Okay, Time Walk has been cast. Maybe they need to make their creature big enough spell-wise so that 2 attacks will finish me off. That's legit. I wanted to play like a Mana Crypt or something and like forget. And then like lose to a Crypt flip. That's what I'm banking on right now. I mean, it's not reasonable by any stretch, but it would be cool. I guess then again, it's not 20 yet, perhaps with some of the stuff they've drawn. Oh, I love winning off a Crypt flip. It's tremendous. Oh, they found a backup. Still at 2 life, though. Like, we can see how big this Mana Gorger gets. And then maybe one of them isn't enough. I'm not really under the false assumption I can still win here. But I'm willing to try. At least, if nothing else, hopefully this is entertaining as we get ranched by Dig Through Time and 2 Mana Gorger Hydras. Screenshot losing to a Shop Smear after being Crucible stripped for so many turns. Single Mox Pearl. That's awesome. I think it was against Oath, and we were basically racing my Mana Crypt as I manually thawed Dark Depths, and it popped into a 20/20, and the Mana Crypt, I had lost like 5 consecutive flips. It was whether or not the 6th flip would kill me or not kill me, because that was the turn I had just thawed it out. Okay, they're attacking for 17. No blocks. You got Bolt. Oh! I forgot about Bolas Citadel's flavor text that says sacrifice 10 non-land permanents and each opponent loses 10. Yeah, I missed that part. I forgot about that part. Alright, so PO deck over there. Well, that's not true. They're not necessarily PO. They tinkered. We actually didn't see PO, which might be a touch surprising. How are they going to deal with... Well, they have counter spells. But I'm saying something like, okay, Grafdigger's Cage. This will stop Bolas's Citadel, or this will impair Bolas's Citadel. The other thing I'm wondering is Sphinx of the Steel Wind. It's not... Yeah, like that's not the card to go for. If I tinker for Sphinx of the Steel Wind, they could still kill me as it takes me multiple turns to attack them. So I don't see that being useful either. I'm tempted to cut not Mox Opal, because Mox Opal, if it's active, will tap for blue, as opposed to Mox Emerald, where I'm not really going to get mileage out of that green mana. I also like the idea of Defense Grid. I could see one of the Thought Monitors. I mean, the idea is we're going to play out so many, but in my times playing 8-cast, Thought Monitor is more expensive than you think it is. I think I'm going to cut a Wellspring and a Thought Monitor. That might not be correct. Then again, that is kind of a staple of the JPinter MTG stream is what do I think? Or what? No. Not even what do I think. What do I feel? We play with feeling, which ain't too hot. All right, won the die roll. Yes, I'd like to play first. All right, so Mox, Grafdigger's Cage. Mox, Grafdigger's Cage, other Mox Opal lets me cast Ichor Wellspring next turn. But any kind of disruption? All right, don't kill me, bro. Time Walk or Wellspring? I feel like Time Walk can wait till I can do more things. I feel like that makes more sense. Like, get to a point where, like, if all this is going to do is just cycle to draw a card, I would rather do that same cycling with Wellspring, I think. Because it's possible Wellspring later is still only going to draw the single card. Time Walk later can do so much more. Preordain is a top-bottom. Second main Pithy Needle. It's gotta be Karn, right? Their mana, that's not gonna work how you want it to work. Unfortunately for you. Maybe they think they got me right now. I mean, I hope I don't lose with this happening, but I want to snip that one for later. I mean, that's entirely possible, right? Okay, so we got a new Mox. Do we... All right, hear me out. We play a new Ichor Wellspring. They double bottomed off that preordained. My thought here is, like, if I tinker and I tinker away the Ichor Wellspring, I'll draw a single card. But I kind of don't want to do that until I have... How about this? Let's play a new Wellspring. If they're just like... Okay, now we got the Scrap Trawler. Here's a sweet combo for you. Mystic Forge, Grafdigger's Cage. Buckle up if you weren't ready for that. Also, I was thinking about tinkering out Scrap Trawler. Yeah. Not making the high quality plays over here. They have a lot of mana. There's an Narset. Narset revealing. Probably like Force of Will. And that's a good one. Oh. Put an Ancestral in my hand, pass. They've already played a land this turn, I guess. I mean, touche. Oh, come on. Like, I kind of want to tinker. Well, there aren't too many things I can do, right? If I get Trawler into play, I can threaten Narset next turn. I feel like if they have a counter, they'll counter the Tinker that wants to go get another Ironwork. Let's try that. I'm trying. This is a trick. That's mean. No. I guess that worked. They spell pierced the Time Walk instead of my Tinker, because if they spell pierced the Tinker, I would have been sad. Still had all these Ancestrals. Huh. Yep. Just don't kill me. Preordain. These are legal cards. Imagine if Mystic Sanctuary put Ancestral. That's pretty good. I love a good Mystic Sanctuary. Bravo to you to redraw your Ancestral. Bravo to you. Gataxian Probe, see what I have going on. That feels like cheating, honestly. I'm hoping they think I'm gonna bait them with the Krark Clan. You know? I mean, it's worth a shot. Yep. Ancestral again. I mean, I love the Ancestral Sanctuary Probe. I've done it myself. I've done it on camera. I've done it wearing this hoodie. Hell yeah. Tormod's Crypt. Okay. We're still alive? Oh, come on, man. Do a 2 or do I do a 1? I do a 1. Come on, just let me have it. What does it hurt? What does it hurt to let somebody have that? Come on. killing me, Smalls. Second Hydra. Our opponent is just the biggest sourpuss. Mana Crypt online. Holy 6 mana. Like if they have PO, okay, they have just boring old Time Walk, attack for 28. Sorry, attack for 11 and then attack for 11 plus 3. What's this? Hurkyl's Recall. Well, this has been... Oh, sorry. Hurkyl's Recall myself against the person who literally only has artifacts in play. I'll just Hurkyl Recall myself. That's a bravo to you. That's cheers. Cheers. All right. That wasn't enough liquid because the can was empty pretty much, so I'm just going to drink some water. I mean, they could have just stuck it to you. Oh yeah, we don't need that. I wanted to post. We're dead. Thanks though. I just wanted to say, when this happens and you still lose, your opponent has pithing needled your Krark Clan Ironwork. Bum bum bum. Well, I must say this is moving along a little bit faster, unfortunately. But we continue. Put this up in the corner. Let's go back. Hold on, real quick. I'm just going to throw up on Twitter. Not literally throw up on Twitter, but I mean, feels like it. Okay. A cheese that's made backward. What do you start with? That cheese is the end product. How do you do it backwards? Actress Dandridge. I'm not sure. A quick kiss is a peck on the cheek. Some body art, informally, some tattoos. Maya Angelou and Mary Oliver, etc. They're poets. Well, that fits. Poets. A person playing marbles. So this is a something. Madame in Senora? Something with S. A count who composed 1 o'clock jump. I don't know what 1 o'clock jump is. Thank you very much. If you're a bunny, you hop. A school fundraising group is the PTA. Anticipates the latest charts. Bulldozers. Raises. Isn't another way only. Part of YOLO. You only live once. 3 of those are 4-letter words. Taunt. Good heavens. My goodness. My God. Nwodim of SNL. I don't know what that means. What is a Nwodim? Well, we'll find out later as we start match number 3. Team leader. We're on the draw again. On the draw, but we have Moon Silver Key. Moon Silver Key is capable of tutoring up Krark Clan Ironworks. It also could get just simply Black Lotus. It's not explosive. You turn 1, play a Wellspring. Turn 2, 2, 4, 6, or is that better? 2, 6. You can see what we draw into. I feel like this isn't enough, so I'm going to mulligan it. Like, this seems way better. They were last seen playing a bug. Pile is not nice, but they're a 4 collector oof deck main. Yikes. Okay, I will keep this. If they have collector oof, I would wish I kept Ancient Tomb. I want this Saga. I'm gonna ship Mox Pearl. I mean, maybe Opal is worse, but 1. Okay. Why are people playing Days? I mean, you got me. I get... Yep. 1, 2, 3. Reduces that to 4 mana. Three and a blue. Force pitching another Days. Okay. Imagine. I don't know. I just think it's funny that we have literally nothing going on, and we just keep getting dazed all over the place. It's like Divert. I should be playing around Divert. Okay. What do you got? You got Narset. Should I, in response, crack Chromatic Star for any reason? If I crack it for blue, I could draw and play Ancestral. That doesn't seem reasonable. That doesn't seem reasonable enough. The losing an artifact for the purposes of that does not seem worthwhile whatsoever. Okay. My draw is that. Okay, so I've already drawn for the turn. Chromatic Star can't do anything for me. We could get a top. We could get Expedition Map to go get another saga. I kind of like the idea of that. Go get another saga, but then they're going to be recurring wastelands. Would I rather... I think top makes more sense then to set up, or Manifold Key. Okay. Not quite sure why I'm not able to let that happen. Okay. Oh, I'm typing over in this box. There we go. That would be why. What do we settle on? Top? Top. Okay. Because of that, I will play this one. Combat. Now, clear Narset, attack them. I say Narset. Because now the Chromatic Star I could use right now, or theoretically, actually that would have helped me decide, wouldn't that would have made more sense to use before. See? So I put Scrap Trawler in my hand. I'm not necessarily going to get too far of anywhere. Okay. Pass turn. 3-mana Brainstorm. Deal. All right. Look at us. Look at us winning a game. So what was that? That was Wastelands and Days and Brainstorm and Narset and Life from the Loam. Did we even see black? I was going to say, is this bug? Or is this just like blue-green? Blue-green Wasteland deck. What do you want me to say? I'm going to put Snow-Covered Island. Why would I put Snow-Covered Island? I expect to see Collector Oofs. Right? Well, I mean, we saw Days. Does that mean I need Defense Grid? Defense Grid and Dismember and... Like, I expect to see Collector Oofs here. But, how many Collector Oofs? This many Collector Oofs? I kind of like the idea of being able to Urza up a Pithy Needle. Like I said, they had the loam too. Does that mean I want Soul Guide Lantern? Potentially. They're gonna have it. Two more. Alright. Land. Land, Soul Ring. I mean, we don't have any way for the Thought Monitors, but Daze is gonna wreck me again. These Thought Monitors are a little troublesome. As mentioned before. Ship. Yeah, I know, but I have a plan. Like, I don't want to get dazed again. So let's defense grid. And if this works, they pitch. Seeds of Innocence. Seeds of Innocence. Oh, terrific. I got a Thought Monitor. See, I overplayed. Maybe I should have just done Mox Emerald, but Growth Spiral. Can't quite play this. 1, 2, 3 reduction means it costs 4, but I can't play it. Anyway, I also can't play Dismember on my opponent's turn when they play an Ouphier. They're like a blue-green wasteland. Growth Spiral. Strip Mine. Cool. Nature's Claim. Sure. My opponent does not like artifacts. That is the simple truth here. Something happened to them when they were a small child, and sorry for that. Apologies. I hope things get better in time. But Green Sun Zenith. Let me guess. Collector Oof? Shocked. I'm shocked. Not that shocked. I could have also kept that in my hand. I mean, you're allowed to keep cards in your hand that you don't need to play. Like, I'm not even doing anything. It's just like attack, attack, take another turn, attack, 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 wasteland, wasteland for good measure, attack, 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 attack. So I'm glad that I at least brought in the dismembers, right? Life from the loam to pick up what? What did you even have? Well, so we can try to do this. This is a very painful dismember that will just get. They could daze it. Daze would be hilarious. No, I have one for daze. So just force it. Seems legit. Glad I brought that island in. Like, I kind of want him to show me more cards. Because, like, I find the deck interesting. It's just, we're kind of getting ranched here. Cool, good play. Alright. Chubby Rain-esque deck takes me to town. So, I kind of think I need another Tinker. Those thought monitors, A+. Green Sun Zenith for them. I think I'd need another Dismember. Pithy Needle will help potentially against Wastelands. Whether that's good enough or not, I don't know. One, two. One, two, three, four, five. We're not that far off a God Pharaoh statue. Keep. Ooh, I had to put a card back. So, I want to lead on defense grid. Okay. Pass turn. So we've got play Saga, play Scrap Trawler. 1, 2. So draw into that. So currently on top of my deck should be Urza Saga. That's a good one. Ooh, Ancestral Discard. Ooh, that's awesome. Okay. That's fine. Play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Is there any reason to... I don't have blue mana, do I? Not yet. Mox Opal gives me blue mana. Draw. No, I can't do that. Based on this, the card I want to draw is Tinker. I think. Okay, I'd like to move, attack. So my thought here is... Yeah, this should work. As long as everything happens, all right. Growth Spiral. Nature's Claim the Scrap Trawler. Okay. So end step. That. Okay. On my turn, we have Tinker here. We've drawn Mox Opal now. So Mox Opal, we're going to Tinker for Time Vault. So then this just needs to go get me a key. Go get Manifold Key. Colorless. Red. Blue. Tinker. This. Time Vault. Untap the Time Vault. Whew! Look at us! Getting match wins. All right. Well, that defense grid did some work there. Very nice, very nice. Gotta win. I don't know. It's always invigorating to get a win. And I'm sorry, dogs, for the clap. Got them to bark there. Apologies, dogs. All right. Genre related to reggae. The only thing I can think of is ska. Concerning. Campfire, treats, s'mores. Some more what? Unit of weight for short, kilo, but we don't have time right now because we have match number 4. Maybe we have match number 4. Maybe it's somebody watching the stream and they're like, well, I don't want to play against that big pile of nonsense. Come on, opponent. Match fixing. Match fixing. Just kidding. But dog's working. Dog's not happy. Dog's not happy about the match fixing either. Lola. Lola was the drag queen from Kinky Boots. Now we know. Matted hair of clumps. Sounds like a great time. Tufts. Does everything fit? Fun. Tan. Sly. I guess. Daze. Stupor. I was in a stupor when multiple of my opponents dazed me. Private student. 2T. Construct. Erect. Chime in, Vandwedge. Chime in. That's what it's for. Stand at some while working. A standing desk. I know a couple different people that have standing desks. 2T. That would make sense that if you need a tutor, you can be a 2T. One that is tutored has a goal of still at Disney. The CEO is there like their name Still or something and it's clever? Better late than never. Is that an adage? The Prince of Darkness. Like, do you mean Satan? Ah ha 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 ha. Cheese that's made backwards. Clever. Clever. Has the goal to aims to type of parrot in Blue Skies Rio. Wasn't Rio, it's a blue, but I don't know the name of what do you call that? Like is it like a macaw? MACAW? We're going to type it for now. Make a mistake. I do that all the time. Salt and pepper. Push it real good. A gate. Crasher. Sure. Senora. Wiped clean. Erased. Spinderella, indeed. Anticipates the latest charts. Something Excel. A big ruckus. A riot. I'm not sure. They're not free of charge. Ions. Ha 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 ha. Little science humor for you. Shtick. A beverage often sweetened with honey. I would say, hot tea. Hot tea. There we go. Ballet bends. I know it's called a plie when they do their thing. I don't know how to spell plie. It's got an L in it, though. A palindromic belief. Tenet. Astrophysics. A big ruckus. Await. You await tables. Ha 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 ha. A much ado about nothing. Get it? A still at Disney is a animation cell. Is that Baja? A ballet bend ain't. A taunt is a jeer. And concerning do. Well, that was exciting. Back to our league matchmaking failed. Unfortunately, after that last pairing, we've been 6 minutes with increased matchmaking priority as we wait. Let's talk about the deck so far. I mean, other than like we've had some mulligans, we've played against, I don't want to say more hate than we did last time, comparatively, because what we were trying to do last time with the lands deck and we're trying to do here with the combo deck are kind of different lanes. And so knowing that the weakness of the other deck, it preys upon certain types, but had problems with, blue decks, velocity, and things like that. This is, we're hoping to be in a street race, like let them do their thing, we'll do our thing, and we're running up against a lot more removal, or I should say interaction. There's a lot more interaction than I might want to see. Having said that, defense grid was pretty sweet there. Should defense grid be in the main? I mean, it's only a one of, although we drew it when we needed to. That was pretty sweet. I guess if you had a way to, and here's something worth considering. I saw it in Legacy. If we're doing all this other stuff, and it's like, oh man, too bad I only have this one Tinker. What about not power artifact, blue antiquities? I can see the card. It's like this slime transmute artifact. Transmute artifact will do a bad Tinker impression, but it's not there. Let's go to 0. Okay, this guy. So transmute artifact, sack an artifact. If you do, search your library for an artifact card. If that card's mana value is less than or equal to what I sacrificed, it goes right on the battlefield. If it's more, I can pay X for the difference. So, yeah, I will agree. Double blue is probably pretty hard. I mean, with these Mox Opals, I like the potential for it. I mean, you also have Chromatic Star for a little bit of fixing, but I mean, I could see Chromatic Star as the thing that's going to give you the first blue, not necessarily the second blue. Yeah, okay. I mean, I like the idea of Transmute Artifact because I saw it in what? Not see, now I'm trying to think, what did I see it in? I think they were playing like Thopter Sword in Legacy. Maybe that's what it was. Like, I like the idea of, Tinker in a format where Tinker's not legal. Like here, we're allowed to play Tinker. Spoilers, we should be playing Tinker. But maybe in Legacy, like I've liked the 8-cast style decks, but we'll see, like some of the stuff that you want there aren't necessarily the artifact cards. Like you really want to hit, Urza Saga, you want to hit Sai, you want Emery and stuff like that. So those are not going to be tutored up by the transmute artifact, so maybe that's not worth it after all. Yeah. 10 minutes in, still waiting on the next match. What are other things? Like, now, from Justin's sideboard, the things I changed, I took out the Gigantha, and I think he had a second Sky Sovereign. I mean, I like Sky Sovereign. I love that card as a Karn tutor, but unless I read his list wrong, I really... Going to a second copy of Sky Sovereign seems ambitious. Like, I would think primarily it's going to be there to kill the oofs and stuff like that of the world. I guess it's a threat that Karn can tutor and animate to kill. I'm thinking, like, if you had like an oof effect in play, or say it's Null Rod, right? If they have Null Rod and you go get Mycosynth Lattice, like, everything stops. You could still be doing Urza Saga stuff or whatever, but that's why I thought the Dismember was fine, the Dismember to try to kill oofs, and I went heavier on that. I think what might have been worthwhile, because now I'm thinking about it, if that fourth Dismember would have been a Walking Ballista bullet in the sideboard, just because as a potential Karn thing. But I guess what's that going to kill? Yeah, that's not worth it. Round number 4. On the draw again. Land. Mox Opals that don't work. And it's not even a land that will be here long. They're keeping 7. I think it's a mulligan. All right. Mishra's Workshop. Calling my name. Is it wrong? So I'm keeping this, but I'm debating between Mox Opal and Ancient 2. Mox Opal currently gives me blue that nothing else gives me blue. Well, that's not true. Black Lotus gives you. My thought is if they have Wasteland or something like that, I would rather, Gitaxian Probe is what I got. Am I dead? Urza Saga. Mox. Uro. Tinker. Citadel. Like we said before, we're not... Okay, we're dead. Yeah, the fact that they have top... Yeah, we're dead. Plus, that's even more brutal, is that the probe got to see... An Ichor Wellspring gives away. Well, this was cool. Blue-black Tinker, I guess. We don't even know that it's blue-black Tinker. 1, just go get Mycosynth Lattice right now. Slam it. That's game. All right, well, both teams played hard there. Jeez. Well, that was awesome. That was they won the die roll, but I don't even think I could kill them otherwise. Grafdigger's Cage, I guess. Pithy Needle. Hmm. Okay. Mox. Really close to doing something here. Play the Chromatic Scar, crack the Chromatic Scar, Ancestral Recall. So either we need the protection of I guess that stops a quick Tinker Kill. It's my thought. One, two, three. Okay. I could activate it, or I could just sacrifice it. I mean, the fact that resolved, I think I'm feeling pretty good about a Trinisphere in play. I'll just attack him for a little bit. I guess I didn't need to go as far as I did. 2, 4, 5. That should be game. If I sacrifice this, their stuff costs 2 more. I don't think it's worth it. This could get me back that. Attack. Bang! Pass turn. I could go get my own map, or I should say it, my own saga. Is there a reason to go deeper? Sack the Ironwork to get back Trinosphere? I say that doesn't feel worth it. Like I feel I'm probably giving up something. It doesn't feel worth it to go. And my thought behind the Trinosphere, the way the Trinosphere stacks with God's Pharaoh statue. So say they have a 1-mana spell. The 1-mana spell costs 2 more under God Pharaoh statue. That means 3 total. That's all you need. That's the 3. Okay. So they're gonna make a 1/1. They could also just have I don't think it's worthwhile. I guess what I'm playing around is them having Hercules, which they could have. Yep. Yeah, because say I still had Trinosphere in play, that doesn't stop that play. It's pay 2 more, total of 4. Did you at least satisfy Trinosphere? Yes. I needed a card. Well, maybe I needed to. Maybe what I needed is get that Chromatic Star back. Getting Chromatic Star back lets me go deeper. That makes sense. Black Lotus. Let's see what they can do to finish me off here. Awesome. So how is Karn? Like, Karn is obviously terrible news for me. But the question is, how does it stop? Like, do they have Ensnaring Bridge? Ensnaring Bridge isn't good enough with that current setup of their hand. Like, if they played Ensnaring Bridge would, like, unless they have more Moxes to join it, say, tops me out at 6. Potentially, did I bring in Micus and Platus? Okay. Did I bring in Pithing Needle? Time Walk. Still nothing I can do about it. But I have a Construct. Okay. I'm going to say, do they have Mana Vault? Okay. Resolves. Sure. Okay. So I cannot currently tap my Urza Saga. But I can go search something out. The question is, do I go search out Pithy Needle for this Karn and then attack? Because I could go get a 0 as well, and then just have more stuff on my side of the board, because it's currently 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just thinking, if I get Pithy Needle on Karn, I mean, I'm still pinned down by my own stuff, but I'm not legally allowed to tap anything else. I will attack your face. What do you got here? Another bounce spell? You got me. I mean, I am glad I chose Karn the Great Creator then. Well, hold on. Maybe Mana Vault will kill them. Because they can't activate Karn. Let's yield to this. 5 more turns. We got the Mana Vault kill. Come on. Our opponent is very boring. I gotta say, things haven't been looking too hot for us. But try one more match. Hopefully get a little combo action. Actually, we're going to let the clock spin, but I'm just going to be right back. Well, see, I didn't miss anything. Hurkyl's Recall is a very powerful card. And God Pharaoh statue is usually now God Pharaoh statue being like a super sphere. If it had help from, say, if that Trinisphere was instead a Sphere of Resistance, now it's Hurkyl's Recall costs 5. Well, they only had 4 mana there. Trinisphere helps if I can keep them low on cards overall, but once they broke through that, there's nothing I can really. We didn't get to draw our Karn like they got to draw their Karn. They also just drew more cards than us. Yep. Oh well. I was looking forward to next week's wheel. Unfortunately, we have not yet heard back. So next Wednesday is still TBD, but they have had us play some interesting ones in the past, including a couple, I think 2 different 5-0s. So I don't know. We'll say that was complete play skill, but it helps when you get led down the right direction. How about that? So, another thing I thought was interesting. Let me open up a Google Doc that I have been updating stats. And I've been going through and remember how we've got the binder of data? Well, in that binder, I have kept track, and I got a little bit, or I should say I got even more in depth and was able to split between the different years. So the stream has been going since April 11th of 2020 or whatever. And so in that time, I have it by year, 2020 versus 2021, but also broken out by format. And then one more thing I considered is, well, wait a minute. What about our matches that are either the wheel or not the wheel? And I thought it was funny that when we first started in matchups where my audience suggested what to play versus all the other times that I picked and what I played, we actually fared better when you all had the reins. But in 2021, that kind of started to go the other way, and now the percentage of me on my own had been doing better. Adam made a good point with the decks in the different formats. Also, I've been playing a lot more Legacy lately. Just how linear things are, how streamlined, how much harder it is to play something that maybe is, tier 2, if we're generous, and you're not going to pick up the same number of wins. Like, maybe you'll go 2 and 3. You get your 2 and 3s, your 3 and 2s. That's 40 to 60%. It's a lot different than the 4 1s and 5 0s of the world. So that was a tidbit I found interesting. And then I was like, oh, we got to start putting in the new data. So what were we? Win, loss, win. Loss, loss, win, win, loss, win, loss. And then so far, does it update the math? It does update the math for the relevant scores. So yeah. Overall, we have played 833 matches on stream, and we have dipped to a 49.7%. Would that be match win percentage? So I don't want to put the pressure on you so much to be like, let's pick some really great decks, because guess what? I need to be picking good decks as well. And in the 2021 data, did I include my... Yeah, so I have whether was it something that was given to me for a wheel or something that I chose. I chose to play this league, for example, but I also chose to play Jeskai Lotus Field, and that went 2 and 3. So it's that kind of thing of my own choices versus just what we're playing in general. So come on, vintage people. We got one more match for our Krark Clan Ironworks. If you're not already following the stream, that is something you can do for free, and it helps me out. It ups the numbers. It puts me higher in the category of when you're looking for something else to watch. If you really like what we're doing, you can subscribe to the channel. You could use your Amazon Prime or a Tier 1. And what that does is when we spin up the wheel, you could be selected, and then you get to give me a single card, an archetype, a format you'd like to see. All of those can turn into playing KCI. If you're catching the content later over on YouTube, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you aren't already. That helps to support Swish Gaming. You can also find swishgaming.com or the YouTube page, like I said. There's lots of other content on there, lots of other formats by my team members. Sometimes we have the live coverage of modern or legacy events. So we do our best there, or we have our people out in the field. Steven Dykman streams every day, pretty much. Every weekday, I believe, as a lot of Arena, but also some Magic Online as well. He plays real formats. So, yeah, lots of good. And hey, if you were watching one of them, and then you've come over to me, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And you can catch me live almost every Wednesday over at JPinterMTG on Twitch. What else? What else do we need to shill? Mana Traders. Mana Traders, sponsor of the stream, allows me to play the variety of decks that I play. I really do appreciate all that they have done for me. And each month they do something called the Mana Trader Series that it's free to play, but if you are a subscriber, your prize payout could be increased. And during like the regular season, which is during the first couple weeks of the month, you have to win a certain threshold of matches. It's like 7 out of your first 10, or 65% of your first 20, or 60% of your first 30, and then you're qualified for the playoffs at the end of the month. And that is a Swiss tournament that, not only is there a leaderboard for the regular season, there's a Swiss payout for the end of the season tournament. And yeah, those were always pretty fun. I noticed, as I said, I was going back through the book and stuff, lots of, Mana Traders match number 27 and stuff as we're trying to make the chase. And I've found that as I have lost some free time, I haven't been able to play the Mana Traders matches as much. Like this month in particular is Pioneer. Now, I've been listening to some podcasts and people really seem to like where Pioneer is at right now. I know myself, I haven't had the time to play, and so I would like to, and maybe I can spend like a Saturday or something doing it one time, but hey, let's try to play this opponent in our round 5. All right, we have won the die roll. That's another thing. Being a combo deck like this and being on the draw has not helped. Seen my stream before. Good luck. All right, so they know what's in our hand, and we can play a turn 1 Godpharaoh statue, so let's keep. All right, are they looking up our hand? Hello? So, 3, 4, 5. We do have to play the Mana Crypt, huh? Alternatively, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then play a Sapphire Ancestral after that. They have mulligan to 6. They have mulligan to 5. I think I want to protect the Sapphire. Like, I mean, by protect, I mean not play it out immediately. Say they did have a Force of Vigor, etc. I got this thing. And I will plan to stop in my own upkeep. Bang. What do they have? So right now we are racing the Mana Crypt, but potentially we're going to use this Mox Emerald, see what we can find. Yeah, see, Wasteland. Well, there's a tinker, so what are we tinkering for? We tinker for Time Vault. Urza Saga will get us the key. There we go. We solved it. Tails never fails. Heads, we lost the flip. All right, so we play the Saga. We tinker away that. And we get... Theoretically, we could get a... Just go get Time Vault. Don't be a jerk. I guess we could have looked for the key with the top. I didn't think to do that. One. End step. No. Draw. Draw our trawler. Play our trawler. We're currently at 3. Chromatic star. Chromatic star. Okay. Faster. I want to see what they're playing. So far, all they have literally played are Wastelands. Workshop. Okay. Okay. So they're shops. You know what everything is, so no. We know the next card down. Let's look at these top 3. Thought Monitor. Okay. Top 3, we got another scrap trawler. Still don't have anything. 3, 4. If we were to draw something, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a way to start sacrificing stuff. Put some pressure on. How's their mana crypt flip? They won the flip. Seems unfair. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Bang. I mean, I say we hit the land. That's just easier. Tails never fails till it does. Bang. Come on, flip. Got him. All right. So they are some form of shop. Wasteland, Mishra's, Trinisphere, Mana Crypt. So we don't know if they're aggro or Golos. I think I want Snow-Covered Island, just in case things go poorly. Is this a case of... I mean, I want my workshops, obviously, but after that, Karn would be great. I'm going to be on the draw. Maybe that's a time for Trinisphere to be less impressive. The Chromatic Stars and Ichor Wellsprings and stuff like that. Is there anything else over there I want to bring in? Like I said, I am not 100% sure which version they're playing. Is Sphinx good against them? I'm not 100% sure as a Tinker target. If they have something like Karn turns off most of my shenanigans. It would be nice to be able to just tinker into a Sphinx. I'm going to try that. I'm going to take Trinisphere and Trinisphere out on the draw. Is there anything else I feel like that is play draw dependent? I can understand the want for the Moonsilver Keys. I haven't been able to pull it off yet. So all right. Good luck to opponents. We've got I need the blue mana from it to cast. Like, this isn't terrible, the fact that I have a Mishra's Workshop. They mulligan to 5. Like, that's the other thing is, I feel bad in that they've had to mulligan down to 4. Sorry, buddy. I mean, my hand is not great by any stretch. I mean, now I feel like it's going to be Saga Star to start, just in case of a Wasteland or anything like that from them. They Solarfall or mulligan to 4, debating which cards to keep. All right, they have gone with 4 cards. Three 1-lands in a row. That sucks. Workshop, Sapphire. This is a good start. That's a pretty good 4-card hand. Go get Caracas. So, Moon Silver Key. Well, Moon Silver is what would go get me the Ironworks. I'm holding the Ironworks. Attack for 3. Pick it up, replay. Get a strip. Mm-hmm. So, blue. Two, 1. Yeah, we don't have enough to play that. Sacrifice for 2 blue. Correction, 2 colorless. One, two, three. Okay, what does this cost to play? Play 4 and a blue. That didn't work. Sacrifice for 2 colorless. Get a blue. And tinker. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. Actually, that's a better way to do it. Wait, why did that not work? Did we just draw an ancient tomb? Yeah, I feel like I did something wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Let's try to this. No, maybe I don't have enough artifacts. I think that's what the problem is. I think I just literally don't have enough artifacts. Yeah. I think it's not. Oh, my opponent is asking what's going on. It's not drawing a card when I sack the star. So I think I'm having a bug. Like, it's entirely possible I'm just doing it wrong. Opponent says they might know what's happening because it came up in Modern. KCI is a mana ability that doesn't use the stack. Star won't trigger until you do something else. Interesting. Well, this is terrible for me. Because Mirage Mirror can copy the Sphinx that I wanted to go get. Like, that was my plan. Now they just have double Wasteland. Wow, that was lucky because them losing the Mirage Mirror. Okay. I'm going to try again. Still didn't get draw from star. Like, if it is put into the battle graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Right? Oh, that was brutal. Karn and Ancestral. Those are good ones. Alright, so I was like, oh no, Helm could still hit my Thought Monitors. I got Thought Monitors in there. What's he going for? Tabernacle? Give me an upkeep. Golos, Skits, Thespian Stage. Ooh, then they have Dark Depths. That's problematic. We gotta get over. We gotta stop that. Okay. Let's start with Wellspring. Okay. Mystic Forge. That triggered? Why did that trigger? Yeah, I just yelled. All right, Mystic Forge has entered the game. Academy, huh? Do I have any ways to... One, two, three, four. Yeah, we're going to put Time Vault. Do I need to put Time Vault into play? I'm going to say no. I will put Saga into play, though. And then, do I really need to play anything else? No, guess this. I don't want to deploy the Time Vault due to the fact Magic Mirror exists, right? They have found a Scrap Trawler. I want that Scrap Trawler. We have a Wellspring on top. Okay. Golos gets Dark Depths. Copy Dark Depths. Sphere is fine. So they're waiting on copying Dark Depths. That's fair. So mana ability. Karn is in our graveyard, so Karn was our way to defeat Dark Depths. Oh, it costs one more, my bad. Sacrifice this. Play this. That's not what I want. We'll sacrifice this. Get back Sapphire. Draw 2. Play a Manifold Key. Sacrifice this one. Play a Time Vault. Well, that was interesting. Thank you for my opponent. Put up a good fight. Overall, I guess, yeah, that was a nice use of, these are all the different combinations, different combinations you can end up pulling. I mean, hey, thank you, 10 Arms. Appreciate it. Thank you for the games. Yeah, the thing there is the core of this, the power is obviously there. And, sometimes you just get all of your opponent's hate, like the Dredgevine deck that was able to Force of Vigor and happen to have the Chalice every time, or the Bug Tinker deck just being able to, outspeed us. Thank you. I appreciate the games. Just talking through, overall, we went 2-3 today. Our wins were against Shop, and then it was like a blue-green growth spiral, Life from the Loam type deck. And where I would say maybe that deck was playing fair, we were able to be a little bit more unfair. But in the cases where our opponents were even more unfair than us is where we had trouble. The Collector Oof deck, or Hercules recall all your stuff and tinker you out. So, well, thanks for hanging out with me today. Team Leader NA, yes, that is stole a Merit Lage with Threads of Disloyalty. Yeah, that Team Leader was definitely playing a blue-green deck. That's awesome. I think last week when we were playing the Zeusbond deck, I lamented the fact that I wish it had blue in it for, the Uro or some of the Mystic Sanctuary type stuff that I know the deck can do. So that's awesome that they're out there doing some really cool stuff. But I think that's all I got for today. I can say tune in next week, but I don't know what we're playing next week yet. So I guess once we've got that figured out, I will let you know. And based on that, you can find me on Twitter, jpintermtg. You can find me here, obviously, you're watching, or if you're watching later on YouTube, !Discord. Come join me there as I talk through what I'm playing coming up, !YouTube. And you can find stuff over there. So, !Swish. I don't know how many more things there are. !Swish YouTube. We did it! Kinda. Okay. Thanks for watching today. I hope you have a great night, or day, or evening, or whatever. Just have a good one. How about that? Take care, everybody.